Hello and welcome back to my channel. As you noticed, this is now called the Deep Fried Vegan. I am so excited to finally have a brand name and logo for this YouTube channel. I have so much more exciting content and information to share with you all this summer, and it's even more exciting now that I have a logo for it all. I am actually planning some more things to attach to the brand name of the Deep Fried Vegan, so stay tuned for that. I just wanted to pop in really quick to share this little update with you all. So for this video, I'm just going to be sharing some quick recipes that are super easy for the morning time when you're really busy, don't have much time to make breakfast or eat it at home and it's just on the go. So these breakfast recipes are super healthy, easy, and absolutely delicious. So yeah, let me know what you think and let's get into the video. So the first breakfast we're going to begin with is banana bread, which is super easy to make and super easy to bring on the go. We're first going to start by combining all of our dry ingredients. So this is going to include the flour, baking powder, baking soda, nutmeg. I also added a little bit of cinnamon in mine as well, and then a little bit of Himalayan pink salt, or just regular salt is fine also. And then you're going to give that a nice stir. And then you're going to toss your ripened bananas in a bowl and give those a nice mash. You want to make sure that there's not any huge chunks in it, but I don't mind little small chunks in mine because it kind of gives it that little like banana bite flavor when you're eating it. So just however you prefer it. If you want it completely mashed, then go ahead. And then you're going to add in some coconut oil as well as some coconut sugar and mix that until it's completely combined. And then you're going to slowly add in your dry ingredients. I just did it half, mixed it a little bit, and then put the other half in as well. And then once I had that all together, I decided also I wanted to add some chocolate chips into mine. You can feel free to add anything in here, walnuts, cranberries, whatever is to your liking. And then I had a greased pan, well, a loaf pan, that I went ahead and poured this batter into. And I already had my oven preset to 350 degrees. And then I went ahead and placed that in there, and I just cooked it for, I'd say about like 35-40 minutes until a toothpick went in the middle and it came out clean. There wasn't any batter still on it that looked wet or anything like that, and it comes out looking like this. Absolutely delicious. My boyfriend and I actually ate it all within a couple of days. It was super good. I bet if you added some like peanut butter on it, it would be even better. Super easy to bring with you anywhere you're going. The slices are super thick and moist, and yeah, honestly one of the best banana bread recipes that I've ever tried. Next up, we have one of my favorites because it's super easy and simple to grab with you and go in the morning. This is overnight oats, pretty much just oatmeal that's in the fridge. It gets a little bit firmer than your regular oatmeal. You're going to start by putting oats, cinnamon, a little bit of chia seeds, some hemp hearts. Feel free to add flax seeds or anything else you want into this. Mix it all together. And then I also like to add a little bit of agave, or you can use maple syrup to give it some sweetness. And then I put some vanilla soy milk in mine. Feel free to use any non-dairy milk you like. And then mix it all together to make sure none of the oats are stuck to the bottom and they're all mixed in well with the milk. So I decided to top this one with some frozen blueberries. You can use any frozen fruit you want. And then I also put some dried fruit and seeds on it as well. If you're using fresh fruit, I recommend adding that in the morning before you go, like cutting up bananas and tossing them on really quick. Sometimes I like to add just a little splash of milk in the morning also to moisten it back up. Lastly, we have some delicious breakfast burritos that are great to heat up in the oven while you're getting ready in the morning. So I'm going to begin by chopping up some red potatoes and boiling them on the stove just to get them steamed, cooked a little bit through. You want to cook them until they're fork tender. And then we're going to begin chopping up some vegetables that we're going to toss into the burrito as well. This recipe is actually from one of my other favorite bloggers. Her name is Emily Eats. She has a great website with full of recipes and vegan resources, as well as you can follow her on any social media. She's super interesting. She posts some great content, and yeah, highly recommend following her. I'll make sure to link her below also. One of the best parts about this recipes, like most recipes I show you, is they're very versatile and you can really make them to your liking. I know everybody has their own food preferences and their own tastes and likes, so for this feel free to add in any vegetables you like, any spices you know you like, or exclude any of them that you know you don't like or want to include. So for mine, I'm just chopping up some fresh garlic, chopped onions, chopped mushrooms, chopped red pepper, tomato, as well as some fresh spinach. I just roughly chopped all of this. It doesn't have to be perfect. Some of them I like bigger hunks, such as my mushrooms, and some things I like smaller, such as my peppers. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and heat up a pan. I added a little bit of avocado oil in mine, and then I'm gonna start by sauteing my mushrooms, onions, garlic, and red pepper. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that all together and get it sauteing and cooking in the oil. And then I'm going to take the potatoes once they're fork tender and add those in as well, and give this all a minute to cook until my potatoes start browning some and I begin to see my onions begin to saute as well. And then at this point we're going to add in the tofu. I just begin to kind of crumble it to give it more of like that egg-like texture. I also have a tofu scramble recipe on my page. I'll make sure to link below if you want to check that out. It's super simple, easy, and doesn't include as many ingredients. And then now we're going to begin to add in the seasonings for this. So the seasonings I decided to add into mine were nutritional yeast, paprika, cumin, garlic powder, chili powder, salt, and turmeric, as well as a little bit of cayenne pepper also. And then I'm going to toss in some black beans, a little bit of salsa, the spinach we chopped up, and lastly the tomatoes also. So you're going to give this one final stir to make sure all the spices and last ingredients are mixed in completely. And then I always like to give this a second to sit on the stove together to make sure all the flavors are mixed well and cooked well together. So while that's setting on the stove, I put some tortillas into the microwave to go ahead and warm them up. My mixture made about 5 tortillas for me. Depending how thick you make them, you might be able to make about 6. So I rolled them up in a tortilla and then wrapped that in foil. Once they cooled down, I placed them in the freezer, and then when I was ready to cook them in the morning, I set my oven to 425 degrees and cooked it for about 10 to 15 minutes, flipped it, and then another 10 to 15 minutes. Depending how thick you make them, you may have to cut them in half and heat up the middle in the microwave as well. So there you have it, 3 delicious recipes on the go for breakfast. A super moist, delicious banana bread, super easy overnight oats that are quick and easy on the go to grab and you don't have to do any work in the morning, and amazing breakfast burritos that heat up while you're getting ready. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.